In Beirut, thousands of people took to the streets today after Hezbollah called for what it describes as a day of rage. And last night, dozens of protesters clashed with security forces outside the U.S. Embassy. Security forces sprayed them with water and tear gas when they got too close to the gates. Demonstrations also took place in Jordan, Turkey, Iraq, and Iran. Journalist Rebecca Collard has more details from Beirut.
I'm a few hundred meters now from the American Embassy in Beirut, and you can see there's now a large number of Lebanese forces. We've had to move back because there was a barrage of tear gas, and the protesters here actually started clashing with the army, throwing rocks towards the army, shouting death to America and "you Zionist dogs" in Arabic at the Lebanese army. Now, thousands of people gathered here today to really show their anger at what happened yesterday inside Gaza. You know, Hezbollah called for what it called an unprecedented day of anger, and you really felt that anger here in the streets. But I will say, you know, the protesters that were here today at the embassy, and you can see behind me there's still some protesters here that have not been pushed away by the tear gas. You know, they were holding Palestinian flags, Hezbollah flags, but really political flags from all of the factions in Lebanon. And many people told me they came here not because of any political call, but because they simply care about the civilians that are being injured inside Gaza, and so they've come here to protest. Now, of course, these protests were mirrored across the Arab world. Last night, people took to the streets spontaneously because they were so angry about what happened in Gaza. And I will say that, you know, Biden's visit today to Israel has only made people more angry. They really blame the U.S. because I will just remind you that, you know, here in Lebanon, there is no Israeli embassy, there is no Israeli presence. We're just going to move out of the way here. You can see the anger here by people on the streets. The army is trying to push them back. There is no Israeli embassy here. There is no Israeli presence here because there is no diplomatic relations between Israel and Lebanon. And so people here are showing their anger here at the American embassy. And, many people here also said that they very much blame the U.S. for what is happening in Gaza because, of course, the U.S. is a major political and military backer of Israel. Rebecca Collard for CBC News at the American Embassy in Beirut.